Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Commodores will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bulldogs offense will get the first crack at it here. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. I'm excited about this new era of football. We're seeing better tackling, and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got...
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Georgia. Made the ground and took it on in for the score.
Well, they wanted to be aggressive in the passing game, but they didn't waste a lot of time. They take a shot vertically down the field to their star player. He makes the play, and he makes the defense pay.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Commodores' offense will have its first possession of the game. Typically, you don't think of an offense built around its tight end, but they got no production from there last week. They'll need that to improve in this one, David.
Yeah, he's a chain mover. He's a red zone threat. That big old body, man, he's a matchup problem. So they definitely need to find a way to make sure that they're feeding the big fella, that they're using him in different ways. And listen, balance on offense is good. Still use the receivers. But, Jesse, they can't forget about that, dude.
No, and I don't think you have to all of a sudden panic and all of a sudden reinvent your playbook offensively. You just got to execute better, and you got to give him more opportunities. I think that was one of the biggest problems their last game out. They just didn't throw it his way enough. That has to change today. He should be targeted really early in this game.
Let's take a big view here about Vanderbilt. They were really excited about the pickup they got last week. Commitment from a three-star defensive back, David. And when programs at this level can get guys like that in the building, everybody celebrates.
That whole building gets excited.
Fires one high and deep. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Commodores decide to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Handoff to the lone back. Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, pound, pound. The dog pound. Run the football. Be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Using the quick game. There he goes. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against against man coverage. They work against zone 2. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll try the left side. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Florida State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Seminoles ever do that? One thing we can always count on in the ACC is a spirited battle and a game that will make waves all along the Eastern Seaboard.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They'll run it from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. And the Commodores will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Give to the back. Powers through the defender. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They've earned the right to get in the top 25. People are noticing what they're doing. Now, let's continue to build on it because they haven't proven they're a top 10 team, and they want to get to that point.
Breaks into the open. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No.
Got enough space, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown up over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And frankly, if that's a complete situation, it's not going to make the end of season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Wide receiver going in motion. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Wants to go up top. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Not a big window, and that throw was money, and they've got it at the 30.
I love the job the quarterback does surveying the defense there. Great job pre-snap recognition, understanding the coverage. He goes to his curl route, gets the completion, and picks up the first.
Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. Look out, he's got room. Turning it on. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense is.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Commodores.
And sometimes these games can snowball. You get down 21, next thing you know, you look up, it might be 35. Nice answer, put a drive together. Now the defense has got to get you a stop. Then you try to put another drive together. One possession at a time, try to climb back in this football game.
He'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Almost everything has gone their way so far, up 21-7, and they have it back. They'll move the wide receiver. The give to the back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. And the Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Fires to the big fella. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. If you can't throw it late, it's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
Georgia going back to work with another first down. They'll ride the hot hand. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. first down here as they go back to work. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll try to get outside. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
The Dogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Ready to fire from the pistol. He'll start this drive firing. With the catch, it's Griffin. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. This time they'll go to the running game. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Commodores in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And that ball is in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Absolutely perfect. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. Kansas is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you never know. They're trailing by just 4 to Nebraska. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it. This one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He wants to change this route. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. Shoots it to the left. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Tight end now in motion. The give to the back. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the 1st down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit, and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets hyped. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Trying play action. This time it's complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
They'll try to run for it. And eventually taken down, but what about that spin move gives him the first down yardage?
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these third and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Commodores can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Got some room to run. Inside the... And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Georgia. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the score.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Vanderbilt. For programs at this level, they are regularly fighting off the big school for diamonds in the rough, but it looks as if they want. He's going to throw deep right side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Commodores will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin them deep. Hauls it in, looking for space. He gets a block. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness. It took a little momentum with him out of bounds. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wideout. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll try to do it himself. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And the Commodores come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Commodores now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll send the back in motion. To the air on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. And the Commodores are in the hurry-up. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Got a man, it's Fitzgerald. They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on third down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Punt is on its way. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Got it behind the line, it's Frazier. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
There he goes. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
That is such great execution by this offense. Third down and 2. They know you're running the football, but they were physical. Great job creating a little bit of space. Not only do you get the first down, you chew up a bunch more yards, too. Nice execution by this offense.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on second and 10. Quarterback making checks. He'll try it again on second and 10. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. For the third straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has one interception. That was almost a second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. punt is in the air. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving it forward just a few.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me, too.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. Commodores will punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Secures it at the 30. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Here's the handoff. Breaks into the open.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march down the field, and score. There's no end in sight for these guys.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Offense working from the pistol. They'll run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Commodores will try to pin them back with the punt. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Nestles it in at the 35. Slips through the line. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Sweet cut there. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The give to the lone running back. Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Dogs will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Punch it out of the air. Touchdown, Bulldogs. A great catch and run for 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Kansas is getting dominated today, and, you know, the folks in Lawrence deserve better than this. No excuse ever for this kind of a clunker. They're trailing by 25 to Nebraska. We'll circle if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Give to the running back. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. It didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
He'll keep it himself. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Dowling. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. The Commodores have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They might want to find a way to put it in drive and go forward. It's 3rd and 16. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's got it. Turns it on in midfield. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. And the Commodores have their offense in high gear. Takes a hit as he fires. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience, and one this freshman got away with. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Caught in the backfield. It's Fitzgerald. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. They'll go to the air. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the 2nd half to throw any completions.
Running into the open space. He's on the loose. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners showing the speed.
The long nap.
Electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up. It's because they're
Woke up on the couch, couldn't sleep. Gotta work this morning, actually 9 to 6, but Figured I'd knock it out.
And he'll just take a
Probably
knee.
advance while I'm at work, so I
figured
figured I'd knock it out.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on defense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Makes the catch. It's Griffin. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Commodores will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
The Bulldogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. To the ground, he's got it again. Fighting off the defender. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. Runs through a tackle. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting 1st downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against it.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. And the Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. In the red area, it's Frazier. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. A 1st down run in the red zone. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Grabbed over the middle. It's Fletcher. Touchdown, Georgia! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
And the Commodores send out the punt unit. He'll take it on the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
He might want another play. Finding an escape route. Got the first down. Looking for more. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here today.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, running back gets to give. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards.
He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it. Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. The penalty wipes out the big play and the touchdown. It is just a punch in the gut for any offense. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Snags it, and he will score. Touchdown, Dogs! They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
Points, points, and more points. This offense. Had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. There he goes. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find...
Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll go to the ground. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Ready. The give, and tick, 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 tick. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Georgia lining up to punt it away.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Vanderbilt has him back and heading out to go on the attack. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Oh, will they dial up on second and a long way to go. Looking for room, it's McKenzie. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Commodores will punt it away on 4th down. And the returner will be brought down. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Now they'll run it on the toss. Gets it past the marker. Still on his feet at the 45. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? Right back to the well. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. Now facing a 3rd and long. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game.